Nat Geo's captivating documentary series, Life Below Zero, has held viewers captive since its debut on May 19, 2013. Across 13 gripping seasons, the show has delivered a plethora of insightful, thrilling, and entertaining content, immersing audiences in the daily struggles and triumphs of those navigating the untamed wilds of Alaska. The series sheds light on the challenges faced by individuals striving to survive in temperatures plummeting to -50 degrees, with the constant threat of grizzly bears and other wild creatures lingering in the shadows. A stalwart adventurer and an original cast member, Sue Aikens, is set to make her return in the upcoming 14th season. If you're eager to delve into her personal journey, watch the complete video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Susan Aikens, born on July 1, 1963, in Mount Prospect 1, a quaint village nestled in Elk Grove and Wheeling Townships in Cook County, Illinois, boasts a rich familial connection to Scotland through her grandparents. Sue's nomadic childhood took her on numerous travels alongside her parents, who, when she was just 12, relocated to a rural area 80 kilometers north of Fairbanks, Alaska's largest city in the northwest extremity of the nation. In The Last Frontier, Sue transitioned from playing with her sock monkey and Tigger doll to facing the Alaskan wilderness alone, armed with guns and bats, as her mother left her to brave the challenges. A true adventurer, Sue embraced the adversities and emerged victorious against the harsh living conditions of the state. Although she spent some time in Oregon, her affinity for a nomadic lifestyle drew her back to Alaska, where she has resided for over 3 decades, with a willingness to explore different locations. For the past 17 years, Sue has been the sole inhabitant of the Kavik River Camp, located 317 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle and over 500 kilometers from Fairbanks. Discovery of Sue's camp by BBC producers led to her invitation to star in the reality TV show, Life Below Zero, which premiered on the National Geographic Channel on May 19, 2013. Over 12 seasons, the series has documented the lives of individuals braving the Alaskan wilderness, surviving in sub-zero temperatures, hunting for food, and relying solely on their resourcefulness. In 2007, Sue faced a life-threatening encounter with a young adult male bear, surviving the attack but suffering severe injuries, only to be discovered by a pilot 10 days later. When questioned about leaving her home at 17 to live independently in a wilderness cabin, Sue responded that, in that environment, she is not bound by the rules of society, offering a glimpse into her unique perspective on life. The show catapulted Sue into the limelight, but her journey to fame was not without its challenges. On December 2, 2017, she faced a perilous incident when she crashed her snow machine at a staggering 96 kilometers per hour, resulting in severe injuries and a temporary absence from the show. Adding to her struggles, there were allegations of verbal abuse and intimidation by the show's producers. Sue took a stand by filing charges against BBC Worldwide Reality Productions, claiming that they coerced her into undertaking unsafe activities for the sake of enhancing the show's excitement, such as the high-speed snow machine drive. Presently, Sue is at the helm of the Kavik River Camp, catering mainly to individuals with a keen interest in science, particularly in hydrology and geology. While she occasionally provides accommodations for hunters, there is a specific time of the year when Sue exclusively welcomes autistic individuals and families with special needs children. Despite maintaining a private stance on her personal life, we've delved into internet sleuthing to uncover some details. Reports suggest that Sue has ventured into matrimony 3 times, yet none of these unions endured. Her first husband succumbed to a brain tumor. In 1987, Sue found love again with British barber Eddie James Aikens. The couple, who tied the knot on June 13, 1987, eventually parted ways in 2004 after 17 years of marriage. Following their divorce, Sue moved to Alaska, and despite the separation, she and Eddie remained close friends until his passing in 2009. Sue's children, now in their 30s, reside in different parts of America, and she remains actively involved in their lives. Sue's daughter, the elder of the two, shares a strong bond with her mother, often taking time out for enjoyable moments together. Sue, now a grandmother, relishes spending quality time with her grandchildren, embracing the role with joy. Her daughter welcomed a new member to the family in January 2020, and Sue made sure to be present for the joyous occasion. In 2019, Sue's Instagram featured glimpses of her life with a boyfriend, relishing their 50s. While she has kept his name under wraps, the couple continues to date, with Sue expressing hopes of an impending proposal. As of now, Sue thrives in the solitude of the wilderness, accompanied only by her loyal snow fox, Slinky. A picturesque morning walk, captured and shared by Sue, reflects the serenity of their companionship against the backdrop of a rising sun. Despite the challenges posed by the pandemic, Sue remains dedicated to running the Kavik River camp. In a pre-pandemic scenario, from June through September, she would have hosted individuals seeking a taste of Alaskan life. Sue approaches each day with a sense of appreciation, utilizing the pandemic downtime to reflect on the positive aspects of her life and actively striving to become a better person. As Sue Aikens gears up for another season of Life Below Zero, a curious fan inquired about her plans to leave the camp and whether the show would document her departure. Sue responded, "The state is still getting the lease auction up, so I am trying my best to be here. I am readying the cabin for if I lose. The show follows what I do." In her free time, she channels her energy into repairing her snowmobile and renovating her cabin, showcasing her indomitable spirit as an explorer. Here's to hoping that good things continue to come her way. The hearts of National Geographic's Life Below Zero fans sank as they discovered trending rumors about Susan Aikens' death online. Panic ensued, especially when searches for Sue Aiken dead on Google produced results claiming her demise in March of the current year at the age of 57. Several recent reports surfaced, asserting that Susan Aikens had passed away. These claims seemed to gain more credibility when searched under the News tab on Google. Shockingly, these reports uniformly indicated her alleged death in March, with the cause undisclosed. One outlet even lamented, her sudden passing at the age of 57 in March 2023 has left a void in many hearts. The cause of her death remains undisclosed, adding to the sense of loss felt by fans worldwide. However, there is no real cause for concern. The recent reports are merely death hoaxes. Susan Aikens is very much alive and active on social media, posting on Instagram in the past 24 hours, including a vibrant selfie. Fans seem unfazed by the rumors, and there is no indication in the comments that anyone is expressing worry or inquiring about the alleged demise. Beyond her television persona, Sue is a philanthropist who allocates a portion of her earnings from Life Below Zero to charitable causes, primarily benefiting underprivileged children. She actively engages with these children, aiding them in their daily activities. Before settling in Alaska, which she now considers home, Sue traveled extensively. A passionate lover of nature and animals, Sue shares her wilderness abode with a dog, whose name is unknown. The surroundings teem with red foxes, lynx, and wolves, which she occasionally hunts for sustenance and fur. In a recent interview, Sue mentioned the presence of a bear near her Kavik River camp, noting that it became a concern when the bear's den was destroyed by a flood, leading it to enter the camp. She emphasized her reluctance to harm the bear but affirmed her preparedness with a gun in case of threats to the camp's occupants. Describing herself as a curious little monkey with a raven-like personality drawn to shiny, interesting, and new things, Sue thrives on challenges, which prompted her initial decision to make Alaska her home. At 56 years old, she sports long brown and gray hair, green eyes, stands at 5 feet 4 inches, 1.62 meters, and weighs around 125 pounds, 57 kilograms. Her net worth now exceeds $1 million. While she cannot own land in Alaska due to her Caucasian status, Sue possesses ownership of all buildings and vehicles on the properties she utilizes, emphasizing her resourcefulness and resilience in the last frontier.